Hi everyone. So today we're going to do this language section of this paper. I'm going to show it to you now. So we're going to do question 9. Vraag 9. I did see that it's a metric paper, so yeah, that might be tricky because I know not everyone watching this is a metric, but the reason why I'm doing this is to show you that everything that you're learning now, you're going to use at some point. So if you learn it now, you don't have to learn it later. So just do a proper job of learning it now so that you don't have to go back to it. Before we continue as well, I want to point out that I am not an Afrikaans teacher, which means that I don't always have the answers to these questions, but I am curious, which is why I also want to do this paper live so that anything that I don't know, I don't know. Okay, but I still want to show you that you can still collect marks no matter what. So this is, let's quickly check. I can't remember where I found it. Oh, it was from sapapers.co.za. That is a great place for you to find past papers as well. Whenever you are approaching an exam, trust me, no amount of learning is going to help you prepare. What matters is just past papers, past papers, past papers. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. So as I've said, this is a IEB, like National Senior Certificate paper for Afrikaans First Additional specifically. And as you can see, it has leesbegrip, opsomming, 10 punte. We're not going to do the opsomming, but I might do that separately. And then basically we're trying to get here to taalvaardighede, which is 30 marks. So if we go down, I'm not sure where taalvaardighede starts. That's question 6. Question 7. How do I see which section it is? Okay, this is the end of the section, 30 marks. Afdeling B. Okay, so we are where we're supposed to be. So it starts at question 8 and then it goes to question 9. So I was only planning to do question 9, but if you want me to do question 8, please let me know. Let's quickly check what question 8 is about first. Okay, so die onderstaande taalsinne is losweg op die prent en tema van die gesonde verhoudings gebaseer. Herskryf die sinne soos aangedui, begin elke keer jou antwoord met die gegewe vetgedrukte woorde. Herskryf elke woord herskryf elke keer die hele sin as jou antwoord. So they want you to rewrite these questions, but then start with the word, with the bold word here. If I literally glance at it, the best way to describe this section is that it's sentence-based, so sentence structures, okay? So if they want you to start with alluvel, it means that this is a conjunction sentence. Hier verlede week past tense sentence. Vriende behoort, this is infinitive. Volgende jaar is future tense. Het hy al ooit vir jou dankie gesê? So I recently did a video on this about a negative form of negative I forget now what it's titled, where you start with neer. That's, yeah. And then dit is mooi om te sien, infinitive, wanneer hy jou help. Eergister, that is a past tense sentence. Next one, die vrou het die geskenk vir die kinders gegee. They're starting with geskenk. This is passive and active voice. They're starting with the object. Die man vra vir die vrou, sal jy my help? Die man vra vir die vrou of sy hom kan help, of hom sal help. So this is direct and indirect. Hulle is ongelukkig want hulle het nie die probleem. Hulle is gelukkig want hulle het die probleem opgelos. Hulle is gelukkig omdat hulle die probleem opgelos het. That's the answer. It is conjunctions, because now you have to rewrite the sentence but continue with omdat. Hier is die it's conjunction because this is the first part of the sentence, that's the other part of the sentence. This one is a bit tricky though. Hier is die self-help boek. Ek het vir jou die self-help boek. Ek wil vir jou die self-help boek gee. Hier is die self-help boek wat ek vir jou wil gee. So it's also conjunction. Jy moet nie so bang wees nie. Jy hoef nie so bang te wees nie. Infinitive. Die ma is baie gelukkig, die kinders is baie gelukkig, die ma sowel as die kinders is baie gelukkig. So this is conjunction as well. So it seems like it's just sentence structures, but based on 3 things, or based on 4 things. Tenses, right? Negative form, infinitive, and direct and indirect. That's all. If you study all 4 of those things, you're gonna get all 12 these marks. Okay, you might not get all 12, but you'll be closer to somebody who got scared and didn't do anything. All right. Then, but this is where we're supposed to get. So I've prepared a Word document where I'm going to write all the answers, and then at the end we're going to compare that to the memo. So let's quickly read. Lees die paragraaf wat losweg op die onderstaande punt in die tema van die gelukkige gesin gebaseer is. Deur doen elke keer wat tussen hakies gevra word, nommer die korrekte antwoord onder mekaar in die antwoordboek neer. Okay? So again, I don't know all the answers, but we're going to do our best in the time that we have. All right. Mary is a unique. Gee 'n correcte vorm van die woord. So they want you to change unique. So unique obviously describes jong meisie. So this is adjective. So most adjectives in Afrikaans, they just get e at the end. Unieke jong meisie. Met groot koffiedrome. Sy is deel van 'n gelukkige gesin. Die ouers en die kinders is baie lief. They love each other. So in Afrikaans, when you say lief, you're going to say, hulle is baie lief vir mekaar. So that's the, what do you call it? Voorsetsel in English. I'm forgetting it now, but I'll remember. Okay, then Mary raak volgende jaar 14, skryf in woorde uit. So they want you to write 14 in words. So I always say in my videos, at least know how to write until 100 in words. 14. And after 20, it's all the same. 21, 22, 23, then 31, 32. So you must just know how to write 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right? Sy hou nie van selfone nie en sorg dat hulle eerder direk met haar praat. IPV, that is afkortings, abbreviations. It means in plaas van. I learned this once when I was younger, never learned it again, and I barely use it. So, okay, om vir mekaar boodskappe te stuur. And this one is commonly asked. So, as you know, whenever I present a lesson, I always say that there are some things, for example, wemufone, afkortings, things like that, where if you just teach yourself like the first 20 that are commonly asked, then you don't need to teach yourself anymore. And this is one of them. Is this one, it's MAW, met ander woorde, doctor, just, yeah, they are all the same. Om vir mekaar boodskappe te stuur. Die hele gesin is almal gebore Suid-Afrikaners, Suid-Afrikaans, so they want you to choose the correct spelling. I'm going to say that it's Suid-Afrikaners with one A, but I could be wrong. All right, next. Alhoewel hulle nou in Frankryk bly, hulle hou van oefen, daarom gaan hulle elke oggend. So I know elke dag will be daagliks. I can't remember this one. The only word that comes to mind is soggens, but I could be wrong. Soggens. Okay, let's see. Soms stap alles daar in Frankryk self is koffie het nou so duur. So they want intensive form of duur. Again, only learned this once, never again. Peper duur. And I've done a video on this. So let me actually put another column here. Insert left or right, I'm not sure. All right, so if I've done a video on this, I'm just gonna, where's a tick? I'm just gonna put a tick here so that you can see symbol there. All right, I have not done a video on byvoeglike naamwoord, but it's coming. X, ver, nope. 14, no. In plaas van no, not yet. That one, no. That one, no. This one, yes. Okay, some of these things, honestly, if I did a video, it would be a waste of time because all you have to do is literally learn like the first 20 or the first 50 if you're in IB, to be honest. All right, next. Hulle kan dus nou nie meer, you see, elke dag. That's why I said I know daagliks is elke dag. Daagliks, because they always ask it. But the other one, oggend one, I'm not sure. But I think it's soggens. Anyway, uitgaan vir koffie na hulle gaan stap het. Hulle het nou hul favorite. So they want you to translate favorite. So the Afrikaans word for favorite is gunsteling. And this is something you hear also often because when you grow up, they ask you what's your favorite color and all of that stuff. And in the Afrikaans class, they'll ask you, what is your gunsteling kleur, gunsteling vrug of groente, all that jazz. All right. Dan geraak om hulle eie koffie te brou, bla 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 bla. Daar bedien hulle vir Franse en vir toeriste. They want oortreffende trap. So as soon as you see oortreffende trap, you know it's trappe van vergelijking. So oortreffend means the last block, and another clue for that is the word D. So goed is goed, beter, beste. So you're gonna write here die beste, or you can even write beste, it doesn't matter. Also, don't make this capital. The computer's doing that automatically, and I don't want to go back. All right, because it will make this video long. All right, next, in die hele wêreld, na konstante lang of lank, da. So whenever you have K and G, the difference is that if it comes before the noun, so da here is our noun, then it is lang. If it was after the noun, then it was going to be lank. So it's either lang da or die da is lank. I hope that makes sense. All right, so our correct answer here is lang. Oh, please don't change this one. What a nightmare. All right, 9.12. Okay, na konstante lang da van maklike, gee die antoniem. So they want you to give the opposite of maklike. Maklik and moeilik. Moeilike, and you must also add the at the end to make sure that it's the exact opposite. Werk is dit vir hulle heerlik om ook die klein dinge. Okay, this is a trick question. So ding will be singular, and you put things in vir klein woord only in singular. But if it's plural, that means you need to add S at the end of it. So you remove the E, and then you say ding, right? So what are the rules when it comes to words for, like, what are the rules? Okay. So what are the rules if you're trying to change this into a verklein word? So I've done a video on this actually that I think might help you with this the best. There are only 7 rules when it comes to verkleiner. So this one is going to fit into a rule in rule 2, where it says it must be a short vowel. There's only one vowel here, and it ends with ng. If that's the case, you need to add e and add tjie. So here it will be dengeki. Now you're not done. This is correct, and maybe your teacher will give you a mark or half a mark, but they asked you for denga, which was in plural. So you need to add dengekis, like that. That's a very good trick question. Okay. So met mekaar te geniet, soos om nuwe kitskos te ontdek. Die kinders is nie so lief vir gesonde en kook kos. Again, if you're working with adjective, you need to change it slightly. Okay, I'm not sure what the answer here needs to be, but I'm gonna get like guesstimate it and say it's gekookte. I don't know. All right, next. Oops. All right. Die eksotiese, interesting, smake en geure van Franse en Spaanse staatkos is vir haar lekker. G, vergrootende klap is the middle one, and another clue is this word as. So if you see as, you know that it's the middle one. As for, what's the word that we must do? Go down. Lekker, okay? Lekkerder. I think I've done this, so check out my video on trappe van vergelijking. Dit sal vir my een van die wonderlikste oomblik. So they always ask 1 mark meervoud, 1 mark verklein woord. And all you have to do is study this stuff once. Okay, so oomblik is oomblik. Okay, so for the purposes of this, you need to only focus on the last part of the last syllable. Yeah, so when we look at this word, we can tell that it has only one vowel, right? And it ends on a singular consonant. So what you do is that you double the last letter and add an E. That's how it works. All right. Check out my video on this. It will explain it in more detail. So this one I've done. This one I have done as well. This one I haven't done because there's 1,000 words. I won't be able to cover all of them. All right. Just want to make sure. All right. 9.16. So it was only 8 marks. It felt like it was way more, I don't want to lie. So that is how you're going to collect your marks there. All right, so I'm going to use these red ticks to indicate the answers. So we got that one, and plus van. Zuid-Afrikaners with 1A. Soggens, nice. Peperduur, yes. Daagliks, yes. Gunsteling, or geliefkose, I've heard of that one, never used it. I just felt like I needed to learn one. Die beste, even if you wrote beste, it was going to be fine. Lang with a G. Moeilike, they would have even taken harde, because sometimes in English, like easy, hard, hard. So yeah. Dingetjies, without the S, you wouldn't have gotten the mark. Gekookte, I'm happy about that one, wasn't sure. Lekkerder, and oomblikke with 2Ks. So we got all, is it 8 or 12 marks? I don't know. The point is, completely doable, but you must do what you know. If you don't know, you skip, you get the rest done, you come back and you check that. You basically get back and see what can you recall about it. If you still can't recall, go to different questions and come back to it. Always recall what you left out so that you don't leave it out permanently. All right, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you need more